Now, a Liverpool technology firm has received funding to develop new technology that could change the way terrorists and criminals are tracked across the world. What it might mean for you and me, the biometrics being developed at the moment by Human Recognition Systems at Wavertree Technology Park, could mean the end of long queues through security at airports and give us greater protection of our identity. Defence and aerospace giant BAE Systems has commissioned HRS to fast-forward the technology. BBC Radio Merseyside reporter Mairead Smith found out how the developments could affect us from the company's chief executive, Neil Norman.
The latest trial is working with British Aerospace, who have sponsored a piece of work focused on two different aspects. The first one, which is a bit of a utopia for the biometrics field, which is capturing biometric data on the move, i.e. that's people that are walking, that are moving in an open environment. And then the second is to specifically focus on facial recognition and to help develop better, faster ways of capturing facial information.
So what's so different about this technology? I mean, how does it compare to the biometrics used at Las Vegas casinos, for example?
This is the next level on. This is us taking the technology closer to some of the practical applications. You look at the casinos are about trying to identify people they don't want to come in, or equally, big rollers who they can give special attention to. What we're doing, for example, in this particular trial, what we're trying to do is we are trying to improve the technology so we can capture, for example, facial images from video footage. Normal facial recognition focuses on straightforward capture of facial information, and what we're doing is we're training the software to capture facial patterns from all different angles, so very much like human beings do. So when you see that your uncle or your aunt who you haven't seen for a number of years, and you see them leaning down in a supermarket, you still recognize them even though they're not facing you head on. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to train the technology to be more practical, and so therefore there's more applications for it.
So where will this technology actually be used? When will we become aware of it?
In terms of where you'll see it, you're already seeing it obviously with a number of the government initiatives that are coming out. For example, photographs on passports and facial recognition and that. But we apply a lot of our technology in weird and wonderful ways, which I think really helps society. But many people are not aware of it.
Like what?
Okay, well, a really good example is we are using biometric technology to help with the drugs program in prisons. We are using iris recognition to access patient records to ensure that the right dose of methadone is dispensed to the right prisoner, and that is a vast improvement over the paper-based system, where naturally it lends itself to mistakes or errors, and now that's an automated process in the prisons. One thing that needs to be said about this technology: it's not about trying to counter terrorism. If you look at incidents in the past, people where terrorism has been successfully got through, or the various security regimes, identity wasn't the issue. What it's really about is about two things, really. The first thing is protecting our privacy. It's about ensuring that my identity gets used by me and is protected. The second thing about biometrics is making lives easier. So a classic example: you want to go to the airport. We all know how the new revised security regimes has impacted us with delays and hassle. With this sort of technology, we can automate many of the identity checks that go on, and rather than challenge every passenger that goes through, we only need to challenge those passengers that are of interest to the authorities. The other side to it as well, we have to be realistic. With the free flow of people, I think it's important that we're comfortable in affording the different services and the different, like for example the NHS, to the right people. And so that's another area where biometrics can really help. It's all about certainty of identity, that's all it is.
Neil Norman from Human Recognition Systems in Wavertree talking to BBC Radio Merseyside's Mairead Smith.